Now, I am aware that we are in a lower lobby. This is Seeker 3, so it might not be the best gameplay, but I think it's more so the message that stands about sticking through and trusting in your team. I did have to do this in replay mode because I wasn't recording at the time of actually playing this, which is unfortunate because my teammates were really chill and voice chat was pretty funny, but as you see soon, we do have a lever because it's our Abrams' very first time playing Abrams at all, which is partially why our random, who you'll see later, Rem, left because he died a singular time during lane phase. And this match was sort of us sticking it to him and proving that you can still win even when you have a disadvantage at the start.
Thank you.
So yeah, this is my first time fully commentating over footage, so I'm going to try my best to explain sort of what was happening in voice chat, because of course we don't have the audio for that, and sort of what our team thought process was through this entire experience, and I hope you guys enjoy. With that being said, before the Rem is leaving, we're sort of, it's still a normal match up until this point, so we're doing traditional laning tactics or whatnot, just trying to get souls up and keep the wave back. Typical deadlock gameplay, just trying to be careful of overextending too far because of the Venator and Haze being such close quarters powerhouses, especially in the early game. So Infernus and I are playing a little bit carefully. I'm not playing the best right now, but we're trying to sort of just hold back the wave a little bit until we're able to get enough souls to really get our builds going. And as you can see right here, actually, the Rem dies, and as soon as he dies for the very first time, he just rage quits. So we're sitting here not sure exactly if it was internet or something at first. So coming up, as I'm going back to shop, I believe we're going to see, yeah, right here, we're going to see a pause from Armina, and I believe it's also our Victor, where we're sort of trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Yeah, so Abrams brings up a point about him walking into the Guardian, so we're not exactly sure. He could have DC'd earlier and had sort of like the little bot that takes over for a few seconds before it fully goes AFK. I know that happens sometimes. But he was complaining the entire time, this Rem, before like the match started, so it definitely wasn't an accidental disconnect, we feel. But yeah, you see our Abrams like just not necessarily knowing how he works, and sort of talking about it. So yeah, he's definitely new. We'd sort of talk and try to, I guess, quote-unquote, coach him on how to play Abrams. I haven't played him too much. Apollo's over here asking if he's one of our teammates, but yeah, he's a complete rando, so none of us know. He's no one's queue partner here, as far as I'm aware, so we're sort of all just sitting here, and other teams being pretty generous, letting us pause for a little bit longer. And oh yeah, that is funny. They're talking about Venator having derp in their name. I do notice that a lot for some reason. Yeah, but now we're talking about our favorite fast food place. I'm talking about Texas Roadhouse, but they're like, that doesn't count, which, now that I think about it, yeah, it is a sit-down restaurant, technically. I did say I'd say my favorite fast food place, but I never actually did here, so, yeah, that's crazy right there. You say rage quitting in 2 minutes is crazy. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Everyone's confused because I said Texas Roadhouse is fast food, which it's technically not. So, I guess I'll settle the... Yeah, right there. I said I'll pick another one. I never did. I guess, I'll pick one really quick. You know, low-key, I would say, what is it? Popeyes, because their chicken sandwiches are delicious. But overall, I'd have to go with Chick-fil-A, I think. I know. But their summer hibiscus drink was absolutely delicious and whatnot. So is their jalapeno chicken sandwich. It's also really good. I do like the Popeye sandwich is better in most cases, but I feel like Chick-fil-A usually has the better specialty or seasonal items. But yeah, now we're still playing right now, but we're sort of trying to sit here and figure out if we're gonna stay or not. Our teammate right here was like, who knows, maybe we'll have a go to Doorman. That's what they're typing out, try. Because for some reason my push to talk button wasn't working, and I didn't feel like fixing it mid-match, so I decided to waste a bunch of time typing instead. That's besides the point, but yeah. They're basically like, our Doorman's, surely our Doorman's goated. And I'm like, yeah, I'll try. Because I've been trying to learn him a lot. He's my most played character, which is interesting, because you'll see why my keybinds right now, you see all my ability keys are really interesting, because I'm still tweaking my settings around as well as my keybinds, because having only 3 fingers makes doing all of your abilities and items. That's why I usually don't always do kidnap build right now, because I'm still trying to figure out making my door card and then as well as vortex web work very well. You can see our Abrams in the other lane, well, Milwaukee Lee up top is actually doing pretty good, but I'm sitting here sort of trying to hold off lane while we're still talking in chat on like whether we want to continue or not. We're letting it go on a little bit in case the rem does come back. But yeah, anyway, back to Doorman. Yeah, I sort of am working on getting better at kidnapping and Doorman and a lot of other stuff, but I feel like his kit is, you need to be really accurate, not just aiming, but also with your timings and ability keys. And having a lot of fingers missing is a lot to on each hand.
Bridge is almost here, and only losers don't grab that.
I put some of the buttons on the side of my mouse, but it's hard to kind of hit them when you don't have that many fingers to pick up your mouse to begin with. So yeah, sorry if my gameplay is a little stuck, but that's partially why, is I'm still working through getting the muscle memory down and everything sort of coordinated. You see me trying to pull out. I don't remember if I actually survived here. I think I do. I don't think we fully
the tier 2 camps
right
are here.
But I think we both do die at some point but manage to hold our line. We're playing back because we don't have a lot of health. I would probably fully retreat, but at the same time we want to clear a wave because we need as many souls as we can get, and to be honest, if we both went back to heal, even one at a time, it's better if we sort of just die because the respawn timer anyway, and while they're also low, we deal enough burst damage where we can get a pick possibly. So that's sort of why we're sitting here, and I'm sort of just waiting for Wave to come up, trying to hide behind cover so that Venator doesn't do pepper damage. Same with Hayes, because she already has 15 stacks on her. Venator's grenades do a crap ton of damage, as you can see. But yeah, you will see, I do have a heart on middle mouse button, which doesn't necessarily always help with the aiming, but it's mainly because I don't have enough fingers for alternate task to be a full-on separate button, because there's already a whole lot of buttons in this game to take up the entire left side of my keyboard. So essentially what I have it on is like, I think I'd up the time a little bit more. My alternate cast is like 0.2 seconds for holding it in right now. So sometimes I overpressed it if it was on another button, so I put it on my mouse wheel because it's a lot easier to just tap the button really quick instead of like accidentally holding in another button or something. And yeah, I'm like my chat's like, yeah, still yapping about Doorman, and I'm like, I'm the best 3-finger Doorman in North America. I know I'm not probably ever going to be able to get to Eternus. Who knows? I don't know, but just for the sheer fact of just, I don't know if I physically have the hand capabilities to full-on do all the movement tech and everything like as smoothly as everyone else. But my goal is to become a decent enough Doorman where I guess I could become the quote-unquote #1 disabled Doorman on the platform, or just in Deadlock in general. So, you know, I'm not going to be as good as Joe Chuck, but, you know, I'm going to at least try, set my sights pretty high, and you know, whenever they say, shoot for the stars and you hit the moon, I don't know what the saying is, but TLDR, just trying to get as good as I can with his character, because I know, like, everyone hates him, but I just love his kit, and even though he keeps getting a decent amount of nerfs, I still feel like his bell, his cart, his ult, everything has an amount of skill where he's a character that I feel like is fully based on creativity, where even if they try to nerf him into the ground, the sheer way that his kit works makes it so that he can be played in a way where you can do all sorts of different builds and still get a lot of value out from him. And you can see right here, sort of way behind split push, I trap him on ult. We are going to get the kills here secured. I would have belled Hayes. I wasn't sure. I wanted to get the Venator out of here, specifically because of his ult, because he still has it up, and he could possibly, he could one-tap both of us and use his ult on me, shoot me a second time, I'd be dead, and then he can use his blessed bolt on Infernus to possibly fully take him out with one of his grenades. So he was the higher threat. Hayes was still low. I think Hayes managed to escape, but we're sitting here and you can see that we're actually doing very well on solos. In fact, because our Abrams in solo range, he's going to get a whole lot of solos. So even though it's his first game, so differential is actually going to provide a very useful buffer for the 5v6. I forget at what point we fully decide we're gonna commit. I think Victor and Mina, I don't know if they were a duo or not, but I know they were talking about possibly leaving. We'll see later on. I think it was in
Bridge spot is almost here. Only losers don't grab that.
We decided to yeah, I wasn't able to save the turtles here. That is very unfortunate, but at some point in this match, we did decide that we were going to, you know, stick it to the rem. We were vibing with each other. We were going to just fully commit, because we were technically ahead in solo slightly, because, you know, when you have one less teammate, everyone else on the team is able to get those farms, those jungles, those kills.
Enjoy.
So we're really trying to get that soul buffer as high as we can, because they do have Freeze has insane solo kill potential. Same with Apollo. You have Paige with a stun. You have Celeste where we have less teammates, so her ult can technically do more damage because there's less of us for the ult to bounce between. And Moan throw with the grab as well. You have 2 stunning ults already, dealing crazy damage. And they have a decent amount of range too, so we don't really have them. I mean, we also have range as well, but Victor and Abrams being very up close, sort of against. So they're able to have one person sit back out of the fight, sort of, which is where I think my ult does come in handy, because max level, I'm able to take one person out of the fight, even if it's for only 6 seconds. And if I do stun them, and they don't get out of the ult as Doorman, you get your 13-second cooldown at tier 5 for his ult ability, so I can banish people from a team fight, which team fights take what, sometimes anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute, so I can get at least anywhere between like 1 to 3 ults off a team fight, possibly, to just even the odds and slowly make it so that it's more of a fair fight. But yeah, I think it's
no one
around here where we're talking and we're deciding that, you know, the match is very much winnable, and we are in fact going to try our best to win, because the match isn't necessarily going to count. So, you know, it's more of a flex if we do win, but I know some people sometimes are like, well, if people leave, it's not always like I get it's sometimes not worth it to stay the entire time, but this is one of the reasons in one of the games where I feel like I'm the type of person that doesn't like to give up. So even though like statistically the odds are against us,
We
because I know
must
the
deliver
level
the urn
is
safely.
decently high level, so he was bringing up the matchmaking of our lobby even higher based on how matchmaking works and whatnot, because I think our Infernus was the Arcanist, I believe, which is the range, and then was Alchemist. I'm Seeker, and the two people on my team were like really new. I forget what the other team was. I think everyone in this game is like still fairly new. But yeah, you see, their whole team just completely lost. They use a decent amount. They do secure those kills, so that is unfortunate. But you know, we're sort of still just trying to stay in the game. That's the issue though with having one less person is you when you have to go to shop or something sometimes, like we're pushing up Walker, we did overextend there, definitely, but we did waste half their ults. I forget if they were able to get whatever over here, but that's the issue, because one of us usually would go over to help the Abrams, so being down a person, sort of, yes, you get more souls, but the issue is being able to find the time to rotate to be able to get into shop, because we have one less person, and the meta right now sort of is, I don't know if we see it a lot in this match, but like you saw there, where like 3 to 4 people pull up, and the meta right now is sort of like, I guess, a death ball or a snowball, where you're, instead of you have these 2v2 fights and whatnot, it's a lot of AoE and just everyone go and target 1 to 2 people where you have an advantage in the fight, like you normally want to do, but you're able to sort of wipe enough people out where you're able to get an objective and then move across the map as one unit. So we're at a disadvantage in that aspect. Which actually at this point where we're starting to actually aim some down on them. I know we have a soul lead this entire time. We've got some blockers and whatnot. So I'm sitting here just trying to...
Bridge buff is almost here, and only losers don't grab that.
By the end of the match, our Abrams actually does pretty good, and it's amazing, and because he's in a lot of team fights, and he's like actually, and with the help of Victor, like doing a pretty good build, actually does get MVP for the match, but I'm sitting here at this point in the game sort of just going for sinners. Yes, I realize our Abrams and some of our teammates are dying, but I'm sort of trying to sort of get as much of a soul lead and as many buffs as I physically can. Luckily, our team is able to get some kills here. We are sort of, because it's a chill match, we are kind of talking a lot more. We're taking this seriously. We are trying to win, but at the same time, we're still having a bit of fun with it. But yeah, our Abrams is sort of like protect the president, so our Abrams is like enjoying it when we're like, yo, don't touch our blue boy, don't touch our Ixiot. So we're having a little bit of fun with it, but yeah, I actually let a bit of Walker damage happen here, but we're trying to get a lot of souls right now, because I'm at 15, which I'm on par with the other team, but we need to be able to get ahead. So I'm trying to get sinners, because a lot of them, like especially Chase, can just easily get in our jungle, get our sinners quickly, and get out very quickly. Same with Celeste, so I want to try to deny as many enemy resources as I can on our side at least, because, oh yeah, and then I'm grabbing buff here for my Bell. I enjoy the Bell build right now, because
I see the enemy.
You'll see I don't use my door most of this match, because part of me low-key forgot, because what I'm trying to do is essentially, there's more of them, and door kidnapping is great, but you also sometimes have to have a decent team. I'm not saying this team isn't decent, but like they have a decent amount of mobility characters and characters who can stop stuns or get out really quickly. And if one of them gets kidnapped on the Walker, the rest of them could just come in and take it over. So my mentality of this match is sort of just, if I can get enough damage on the Bell with the soul lead, Bell does a ton of damage late game. Like, I can get 500 damage for a single Bell, not including the impact, just the base damage. So I can go close to 1,000 to 2,000 damage with my Bell, which you'll see later. So, maxing out the belt and sort of, yep, counter her ult right here. But you see, I'm maxing my bow radius because I need to be able to play with the memory. Rem's really good at buffing troopers and whatnot, and because we don't have him heals or anything else, I'm relying on my bell sort of to be my healing when I get radiant regen later on. And just sort of dealing as much damage as I can to objectives and being able to clear waves. So I'm more so going for just ult and bell to be able to slow them down as much as I can. We do get Walker here, which is really nice. I believe Furnace also escapes. I hit Apollo with a little ult here. You'll see it's kind of funny. He's talking about coming up. Don't ult Doorman. I don't know why I drew a part there because I'm throwing him back. I really should have probably dashed in and thrown the other way so he could get away. But yeah, see, I'm able to ult again and I get unstoppable, which is actually really nice because I'm able to get away. I do a lot of damage here. He does stun me. But Furnace is pretty good. We're trying to keep this Will away. Yeah, see, my bell, even when I like don't hit correctly, does a nice amount of damage. So I'm going for like full stun build. Did I have to ult him there? No. I'm unstoppable though, just in case I were to get stunned or something. And plus, he doesn't have enough heal to counteract that. So getting my ult back plus wasting his stamina beforehand with the cart and everything, I think was a half decent play. Because if someone decided to pull up, we would have been screwed. Not that they probably would have, but it's better to be safe. And you see me here because I ulted half of their team there. I'm like, y'all like the Baroness or whatnot.
Let's go mid.
So
Headed to Broadway.
yeah, it's at this point where
Pull back.
pushing up blue. There's going to be a point where I take one. I forget which walker I take. I think it's yeah, our walker's pretty
That was almost here,
well.
and only losers don't grab that.
Do I?
A gift from the goddess.
Oh no, we did defend it. I think it's at some point. I almost killed this Haze, yeah, but she got away. I thought she was gonna go down there like some do, but I think she doubled around or hid in a
Now,
bush.
where did they run off to?
Actually, she probably hid in a bush for a second. I don't know why, and I could have just looked at the replay camera and see this.
Mother extends her hand
Yeah,
to you.
She did manage to escape, unfortunately. We're doing pretty decent build-wise right now. We're at 10k ahead in souls. So we're trying to prevent turn at some point, but we're sort of trying to pick our fights right now. My main focus is literally, I could have played more of a carry, I guess I sort of am, but my entire focus was because we're down
A Venator
right
will
now.
not be denied.
Yes, I want to try and save our teammates and whatnot, but I also am aware I have really good
Headed to York.
defensive capabilities.
Thanks.
So
Need help on
I
yellow.
also really do not. Yeah. So I'm gonna decide to run Earn here. It did end up working out in the end. I know it was a risky play, but I was hoping to draw enemies off of the other objectives. But as you can see, they all sort of coagulate in the center. But if we can get this Earn, we have to try to deny souls as much as possible. If they have a advantage, they're all going to get their hearts back soon, but we have a lot of AoE that are going to die here. It worked for a second, but OT and I did have on the Abrams team does get clutch. Also survived. I thought Paige had all of them. I think my fault in there. But yeah, I'm sort of worried about souls and also just enemies. By us also going, and
I'm not backing down.
right now is wide open for minions to push you. And a lot of times, especially in these lower lobbies, people always forget about minion waves. And that's where I was fully focused on pushing back our minion waves. And as you can see, because everyone's at on site and our Abrams has really good survivability right now, we're actually able to win this fight. And even if we didn't win earn fight, we got a bunch of kills on them, so we technically would have evened out. And also, there are so many minions on that right lane that I think it was worth it to push that earn. Because even if we did lose that fight, we still got a decent amount of damage up, and Victor is able to respawn. I was able to respawn in time where we also had, because we won earn wave, we would have lost Walker if we did lose, but by taking that gamble and believing in our team, we did manage to turn that around, defend our Walker, and get a decent chunk of damage on theirs. And right Guardians, at least a quarter of the base Guardians are, or a quarter health on the right base Guardian is gone. Their Walkers still have a lot of health. I think at some point, Victor and I do a ton of damage to mid Guardian trying to get the minions there and pull people off. Why would we? Y'all are 5v6ing. We're gonna take the damage that we can. But yeah, we're getting really aggressive on this Walker just because I should have put my door here as a route. Completely forgot about that. Apollo is
getting the message yet?
Our Victor does have ult, so I'm worried about saving him, but I'm more worried about myself because I can't respawn. I'm trying to get him some damage here. I did, yeah, look, I fell, insane damage, and I'm trying to recreate our war boy, hit anti-heal on that ult. I think I'm not able to do that, that's right, yeah. They do get a decent push, but we did a ton of damage there. Yeah, so 3 of us are dead at the moment, which, 2 of us, I forgot, because Rem...
Bridge buff is almost here, and only losers don't grab that.
So, heavy defense from our Infernus right now. Mystic Reaver and Spirit
What was she gonna do? Toss me to
anti-heal on
death?
those is and just being able to sort of deal that mass damage, especially when they like to clump up on each other. Yeah. And right side, where is it? Yeah, where our green shrine, or our right side is really decent, so I was glad that when we got that earlier. Our Abrams is able to get a tick here, and I think when I think I misclick on replay at some point and start spectating our Ernest instead of me, which is fine. And he's running back as Celeste and Venator are pushing up on blue. I'm countering the right or green lane right now, sort of dealing with wave as our Victor and I think Abrams are. Abrams, Mina, yeah. Oh no, there's Mina. I'm sorry.
Pull back.
They're on left lane trying to put up some pressure right now. I know Apollo's somewhere in the jungle. I don't know where he went necessarily. I think he went in our
I will bridge a
centers?
gap between
He's
reality.
somewhere. I wasn't exactly sure where he
I'm
went. I was trying to clear
unstoppable.
jungle, and he's trying to deny our camp. I think he just knows we're surrounding him, so he's trying to get back to his base as soon as he can. And Furnace is making
Victor's
really good damage right
is
now. I don't know why. I keep going back to
victory
base shot. It's a bad
possible.
habit of mine. I need to go to mid shot more, but I'm sort of just sitting here idling in case he does decide to push up on this Walker. So I'm letting our team sort of wipe out that. I'm playing, the Doorman is playing Bouncer at the moment where, yes, I'm getting to be aggressive, but I'm waiting for, now that most of their team is
Keep
dead,
throwing
and
your
I have a
lives
good
away.
lead,
It's fine by
about
me.
to push up on this side, I'm going to take this base Guardian no matter the cost. Because, yeah, they're going to be able to get back, but I can get unstoppable. My bells do a crap ton of damage. Senator doesn't like Victor's ult, which is funny, but yeah. So I'm just gonna
Gift from
farm
the Baroness.
because either you see my whole team is up going for mid boss right now.
Enjoy.
So I'm actually able to get a ton of damage here. So they have to go to counter mid boss or they have to go and kill me. And I'm probably gonna die before they get mid boss. If not, well, we did lose a rejuve, but they didn't gain any. See, I'm able to just counter that. We get rejuve. 2 of them are on me right now. So the odds are even. And Mo is still dead. So that's 3 dead. So it's a 4v. What? It's a 4v3 then. So we'd have the advantage. I managed to get the green towers. I'm probably gonna buy Spirit Burn soon, and we're sort of nearing the end of the game because I believe it's 32 minutes is the end. So probably can't end it sooner, but you'll see we did a really good job defending walkers, I'd say. Just sort of trying to. I'm not trying anything fancy here. I am playing pretty basic, but like I said,
Oh, don't
it's a lot
run and hide.
less
We're having
work
so
than
much
when
fun
you're
together.
trying to do bells and push back waves, because I know the second that we get too greedy, the second that I don't worry about waves, I don't worry about keeping our lanes back, is the second that we die. Because in situations like this, when you are down a player, even though we have all the walkers right now, and we are very much ahead of them, and we have a guardian down, and our waves are pushing up into their shrine, it's at that moment, in moments like this, where, yes, even if you have a soul lead, if you die, they can get comeback and a walker while they're at it. And then they're, even with souls with you, they can do decent damage. Yeah, see, our walker, they're doing damage to it. Luckily, our Infernus is there, but I'm all about keeping that pressure on, because they also have to worry about, not only do they have to worry about us having a massive soul lead right now, like Abrams
Bridge
at
buff
45,
is almost here, and only
me at
losers don't grab that.
37. Abrams and I, we can take a 1v1, we can take a 1v2, we might even be able to take a 1v3 with our survivability right now. So us sort of keeping lanes back, even though I could technically be getting more value about just picking their entire team, I am playing it a little more safe, so letting our Abrams enjoy his lead, his first time on Abrams, letting him deal a bunch of damage, yeah, see, pushing him to the spawn. I forget if I run away to heal or go to shop. I go to really far shop again for some reason, but yeah, look, you see, I'm doing great. I'm worried about, I'm doing a crap ton of damage to their shields right now and everything. I'm sort of playing very much carry Doorman. I'm playing carry Doorman as a support Doorman in a way. Just sort of trying to keep people off my teammates. I didn't know I haze pulled back, which just saw my car around the corner. Like wall stone on me. Apollo, yes, yeah, Apollo's trying to get us with his ult. Of course,
Complement each other nicely,
Celeste
don't
rage quits at this point, so now it's an even game. So this is why if you're losing,
You aren't worthy to fight me.
start to do good and actually destroy the enemy team, it gets to a point where the other team might rage quit. Right here is exactly why sticking through the matches right now is a really good idea in my opinion. Because in this game, yes, even if the match doesn't count towards your rank or whatnot, or your hero, having a disadvantage in a lot of these matches on paper, where yeah, you definitely might, you can win. But like most of the time in 5v6s, you're probably not gonna win.
And I'd appreciate it
But
if you wouldn't kill me.
this match is a testament to, it's about learning in a lot of these matches, and being able to learn to play while you're down a player will make you so much better as a team, being able to coordinate and just being chill, whatnot. Like, I love this match where nowhere near my best match. Nowhere near, like, the best team fights I've had necessarily, but I just wanted to record this sort of just to, as a testament to those people that stick through to the end, just being able to overcome these challenges. Like, yes,
The
my
enemy
team
can
was
be anywhere.
objectively better, I'd say. Like, we are in very low elo, so that doesn't really matter. But it's a low
You are all bearing witness to perfection.
How to play when you have
You can never face someone like me before.
playing
Well
smart
fought.
is really going to help you pass your team's dead order. And yeah, that's the end of the game. And
Quite the fight.
GG to everyone
Good game.
that stayed through, and the stats are going to appear at the end. You know, I hope you enjoyed. I know I did yap a lot. I'm very sorry for that. First time commentating.
Maybe trusting people isn't so bad after all.
Because I didn't really write a script for this video. But yeah, GG to Lockheed Fartin, and absolutely amazing for his first game. Really good job, team. I enjoyed this match, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So subscribe if you liked it.